If you're watching this video, you're probably trying to rank your landscaping business higher up on Google search results. Ranking number 1 on Google could be the single best investment you make for your landscaping business in 2025. This video is my complete guide to ranking number 1 on Google as a landscaper in 2025. And for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Noah Igler, and I help local business owners get more high-paying clients by appearing at the top of Google. In this video, I'm going to show you my exact process and roadmap that I use for my landscaping clients to book them 20 to 40 new jobs every single month.
To put it in percentages, which I love to do, I'm probably at about 125% capacity of leads, which means there's about a quarter more leads than I could even handle if I was sitting down and doing this full time at this point.
So why SEO? There's a monthly average of 534 people searching for a landscaper on Google in every major US city. You could be getting at least 1/3 of these searches as calls every single month. And if you even closed 1/5 of those leads into clients, that results in at least 36 new jobs every single month. So the leads you get from Google are also higher quality than any other sales channel. They have a higher lifetime value because they are actively searching for your landscaping services on Google and not getting spammed by one of your Facebook ads. So why do you need to rank number 1 on Google? 85% of these potential landscaping prospects searching on Google only click on the top 3 results. If you are anywhere after the 3rd result, you are practically invisible on Google search. So you need to rank number 1. There are actually 3 places you need to rank in order to capture all of these leads. So if you look, when you search for something on Google, the first section is the sponsored posts or the Google ads. You rank here by running Google search ads. We won't be discussing Google ads in this video, but generally just target your service keywords like lawn care near me, landscaping near me, lawn care services, etc. Here's an example of what we're currently getting a local landscaper outside a major US city. In the past month, we got them around 42 landscaping leads at a price of $12.83 per call with Google ads. The second section is the map pack. It's the top 3 organic Google Maps results. To rank here, this is done with your Google business profile. This is about 50% of all local SEO. We'll be talking about this later in the video. And the third section is the organic website search results. To rank here, you do website SEO. This is the other 50% of local SEO. All right, let's jump into how to rank higher on Google. So step 1 is keyword research. You really can't do SEO without knowing what keywords are best to target. Many landscaping business owners don't actually know which keywords are worth their attention. A great keyword refers to a keyword with high search volume and lower competition that is also extremely relevant to your business. Here are the most searched landscaping keywords in almost all local markets that I've seen. The first type is near me keywords. So these will include your landscaping near me, lawn care near me, hardscaping near me, mulching near me, leaf removal near me, etc. And the second type of keywords is location keywords. So landscaping, location, lawn care in location, hardscaping in location. And this location can be as big as your state, your county, your city, or neighborhood, but typically we optimize for city. It's really difficult to actually optimize your website or Google business profile for near me keywords. These rankings typically come naturally. It's much more simple to target location keywords. Once you've done your keyword research, let's get into step 2, which is website SEO. To be able to convert traffic into paying landscaping clients, you need to set up your homepage correctly. Think of your homepage as your money page. This page will make you all the money from your website. So here's the layout for landscaping homepages that I typically use for my own clients. So we start off with the navigation bar. This is the bar where you have all the links to your other pages. The next section is your hero. Shortly after will be a short about statement, but this is what I do for my clients. The next section is all of your main service pages listed out. The next section is your process. So briefly describe exactly how the landscaping process works for you. If you start with a quote, then jump into the work, then have your satisfaction and your review by the client, and then payment. Next is pricing. You actually don't need to put your prices on your website, but what I've found, it saves a lot of time in the sales process. When people are calling you and unsure if you're even within their budget, it kind of pre-qualifies people. And another thing to note is you don't actually need to put set pricing. You can kind of just say starting at $45 a lawn cut or starting at $50 for mulching. The next section is results and reviews. People want to see Google reviews, not just testimonials, but actual embedded Google reviews on your website. And also results, show before and afters. Next section is FAQs. This is where you have the opportunity to answer any questions that you're always asked by all of your potential customers and kind of pre-qualify them, save your own time in the sales process. It makes everything easier. And the last section is your footer. We'll go through exactly how to set up your footer in a second here. We've set up their homepage or their money page to have a super awesome hero. As you can see on the navigation bar, we actually have their contact info here and then log into their client CRM. This is something that the client requested. This isn't necessary depending on what sort of backend you have. In the navigation bar, we make it super simple. We have the services, which lead to all of the landscaping services. We have an about page. We have a gallery or our work page. We have a service areas page, which we'll go over in a second, contact page, a phone number, and that's it. In the hero, we've embedded a video that makes it look, that we think looks super awesome, but ultimately you want to have a lead magnet on your homepage. So here they can choose exactly the type of landscaping service that they're interested in. They can enter in their contact details and get a free estimate. We also have our H1, which we'll go over in a second here. We have satisfaction guarantee. We have all of our reviews. We have a brief description and other little pre-qualifiers where people see these and they're like, oh yeah, I needed tree services. I'm in the right place. Next section is that short little about part. This is totally unnecessary. We've just done it for this client because they requested it. So the next section is the popular services section. We have the 6 most popular services here, obviously with the biggest being lawn mowing services and probably hardscaping just because it's higher ticket. And these all lead to their own different pages. Next section is our process and our satisfaction guarantee. You can read through here. This kind of just gives the client a little bit more reassurance about us, as well as gives some social proof with the amount of experience we have. Next section is that pricing breakdown, as you can see here. Now this says base rates start at $45 a cut. So what this means is it will kind of draw people in. Oh, only 45 bucks a cut? Let's call them up. And then in the sales process, if you realize that the cut's going to cost them more, it's so easy to just sell them on, 75 or 80 bucks. This is really just giving them a ballpark, pre-qualifying them, and kind of pulling them in. Then we have our satisfaction rates. Again, this is kind of a custom section, totally not necessary, but it kind of just gives people even more reassurance and, interest in purchasing. Then we have embedded Google reviews here. These are real Google reviews from the profile. And then we have a gallery and we have the footer. So now you have your homepage laid out correctly. But that is not everything. There's actually something called on-page SEO, which refers to changing elements on the page to optimize it and rank higher. So step number 1 is putting your primary target keyword in your meta title, your H1 header, and your meta description. You only want one H1 header on each page. If you have multiple, it will confuse Google. Essentially, the point of the H1 is it's the most important header. So you want to put your primary keyword in there and it shows Google, hey, we're a landscaping business. We want to rank for landscaping Austin, Texas. For the homepage or the money page, you want to aim for at least 2,000 plus words on the page. What this does is a couple things. It helps Google understand why they should rank you guys at the top of Google. It gives you more opportunities to incorporate your keywords naturally. So instead of spamming 20 different keywords in a 400 word page, you have 2,000 words. You can spread out keywords, use them naturally. You're not keyword stuffing. If you do start spamming keywords like crazy, this will hurt your rankings. And then finally, it gives you more social proof. So it gives you the opportunity to essentially pre-qualify people, interest them more, put out more relevant content so they're reading and they kind of build up this image in their head of you guys as some sort of landscaping authority. So the footer section is very important. You want to be sure to embed a Google Business Profile map. I'll run through this in a second. You want to have your name, address, and phone number, otherwise known as NAP, in the footer, and then you also want to have your hours of operation. I also recommend putting in contact details if you do put those on your website into the footer. This is typically where most people skip to get the contact details. So as you can see here, we have the map embedded. You see it's embedded because I can drag it around. We can zoom in and out. And then we have our service section. We have our contact info. And we have our name, address, and phone number here. A couple more notes. Having a fast page speed is absolutely crucial to ranking number 1 for 2 reasons. Google doesn't want to rank pages that are slow, And then users are also turned away from slow loading websites. I mean, if they click on the top 2 landscapers on Google and the first one has a super slow website, they're going to go to the second and probably work with them. So to accomplish this, make sure that your images are compressed and use lazy loading on your website pages. There's actually a whole lot more technical things that you can do to make a faster page speed, but we're not going to get into those in this video. And then finally, ensure that the following are set up correctly. You want to have pages correctly canonicalized. So you can easily look this up on YouTube, how to canonicalize a page. And you also want to have a proper schema markup. So you can go to a tool like this. This is essentially a schema markup generator. What you're going to do is scroll through local business. You'll fill out all your information, and then it will give you a schema code to enter into your website. Most website CMS or website builders like WordPress, Webflow, they do have a section where you can input this. If your website is HTML, you might want to just look up how to do it custom. So I'm actually offering 3 audits this month where I will build you a custom page layout like the previous example. I will also critique your page optimization, show you exactly how to improve it. I will also outline exactly how you can go from invisible on Google to ranking first in your local area as a landscaper. If you're interested, go to the comment section below and comment audit. So after you build the correct home and money page, you're going to want to build a locational page setup. Now this might be a little confusing, but I'm going to do my best to explain it for you, and I will give you a live example. So essentially you're going to want to make a larger service areas page, which goes into 2 different service areas or 3 different service areas. And then from each larger service area, typically a county or bigger city, you then go into either cities within the county or neighborhoods or towns within the city. Then from each specific service area, you're going to want to have different service like location pages for each service that you offer in that city. And this really serves 2 main purposes. It allows you to rank all of these pages for keywords specific to each location and each service in that location, but more importantly, it shows Google exactly what services you offer and where you offer them. This is incredibly important. Google needs to trust your website, and they need to understand your website to rank you higher. This is the easiest way to show Google exactly who you are, what you offer, and where you service. So you're going to want to set up different tiers of location pages where you get more and more specific. You're going to want to make location service pages for each sub-location page. So step number 3 is how to rank in the map pack with your Google business profile. Now let's walk through exactly how to optimize your Google business profile to rank in the map pack in search results. Most landscapers I speak to think that your Google business profile is just a set and forget thing. You set it up one time, you don't have to do anything to it, and that is completely untrue. This is where most local landscapers go wrong. Ranking your Google business profile isn't just luck. There are actually a few major things that you can do to appear above the other landscapers in your local area. So let's start by optimizing your Google business profile. The first thing is the title. To optimize the title, you want to include your primary keyword if possible. This is a little bit iffy because if it's a bit of a stretch and your primary keyword is not in your business name, do not include it. You could get flagged and have your profile removed. So only include the primary keyword if it's in your business name already, otherwise you might get flagged. The next section is your description. So in your description, this is essentially your chance to show Google, but also people, kind of what services you offer, give them social proof, etc. Here, you want to include your primary keyword, you want to include pain points, and then exactly how you solve them for your clients. The thing to note here is Google only displays the first 250 characters, so make sure that within those first 250 characters, you put all the information that you want people to see without having to click read more. So the next section is your services section. Essentially, add all of the sub-services you offer. For your photos section, you only want to upload high-quality photos and videos each month. The goal here is to actually do it consistently. If you could upload new photos every single month, this shows Google and signals to the algorithm that you're an active business, you keep uploading new content, and it's really, really great. It also shows users when they're scrolling through your photos. If you only have 8-year-old photos, they might worry about your quality of business. I highly recommend geotagging all of your photos and videos in your city right next to your Google business profile to confirm with Google essentially that these are your own photos. You took them in your city, and it really just signals to the algorithm that these are proper photos, in your area and they'll rank you higher. So to geotag photos, I recommend using tool.geoimgr.com. So I'll just show you an example here. You're going to drag and drop your photos in here. You actually can't search here without paying for the service, but it's super simple. What you're just going to do is go to Google Maps, go to your business, right click right on your business, and then it will give you coordinates. You can copy those coordinates and then just plug them in the latitude, longitude here. Then what you'll do is add your primary keyword. So if you're trying to rank for landscaping Austin, Texas, you'll just plug that in here. And then we're also going to put that in the alternative text. Okay, once you signed in, you're going to click write EXIF tags, and then you're going to click download. And then now you have a geotagged photo. So what you're going to do with that is just upload that to your profile. So the next section is your posts. Essentially here is your chance to post discounts and business updates, and we recommend doing this at least 1 to 2 times every single week. In the posts, include keywords, hashtags, and use a post graphic or visual. And then finally, NAP, name, address, phone number. It's very simple, but ensure that you have the correct name, address, and phone number on your Google Business profile, and then also everywhere across the web. Arguably the most important part of Google Business Profile SEO is your reviews. For starters, I recommend printing out a QR code that clients can scan to leave you a Google review within 2 minutes of their time. You can build one of these on Canva, print it out with your own printer at home. You don't need something fancy. Have your team carry these in all of their trucks. And you also want to train your team to always ask kindly for a review in person right after a job. I recommend suggesting each client mentions a keyword that you're targeting in their review. This is huge. This shows Google that users have confirmed the services you offer, and it allows Google to rank you for those service keywords. So this could be as simple as just training your team to ask for a review for each client in person right after the job. Just have them say, hey, if you enjoyed the service, we'd really appreciate if you could give us a quick 2-minute review. Here, scan it right here. It takes 2 minutes. If you wouldn't mind mentioning the service that we did for you today, example, lawn care, in the review, that'd be really helpful. If you or your team don't meet with the client in person at the end of the service, you can also set up an SMS or email follow-up system to ask for reviews. But just to note, it's way more effective asking in person. The next thing is to provide incentives to people who are resistant. If they're like, no, I don't have time, I'd rather not, or I don't have Google, I don't have my phone, tell them, and this is important because Google reviews are so crucial for ranking higher. Tell them, hey, we'll give you 10 or 20% off your next lawn cut if you just leave the review. We'd really appreciate it. It helps us help more people like you. The next step is to respond to all reviews, whether it's a good or bad one. For good reviews, say something super simple like, thanks for the kind words. We're happy our retaining wall was able to make your backyard look awesome. And for bad reviews, clear the air and offer to resolve the issue offline. Tell them to contact you, give us a call, email us here, we'll resolve this for you. One thing to note is in your responses to reviews, it's also important to use those keywords you want to rank for. So as you can see here, we use the keyword retaining wall. If you gave someone a lawn care service, then mention that in your response. Hey, thanks for the kind words. We're really happy that our lawn care service was able to clean up your yard and make your backyard look awesome. The last step is local citations. So this is very simple. Just set up profiles in local and national business directories to build authority and increase your Google signals. For example, if I was a landscaper in Austin, Texas, I'd build profiles on all of these following directories. Pretty much just look up local business directories in and then your city, and then just make profiles and set up the correct information on all of those. Very important. Make sure you are using the same exact name, address, and phone number, NAP, across all citations, your website, and Google Business Profile. Now you have 2 options. Option 1 is to learn how to do all this yourself, which will probably take you months or years of your time, cost you thousands of dollars in testing and in courses, and it might build a level of distrust or resentment for what I consider the best marketing channel for any local business. This is all with the chance that you don't even see any results. Or option 2, you can work with me and rank number 1 guaranteed. You heard me. I will guarantee that you rank in the top 3 results on Google within 180 days. This will likely result, depending on your local market size, in 75 plus new qualified leads every single month, 20 to 30 new landscaping jobs every month, more high-ticket landscaping deals, as well as consistent lawn care clients, and an extra 5 to 6 figures in MRR depending on how big your market is. The best part? You don't waste any of your own time figuring it out. My expert team and I will get you ranking in no time so you can get results like this. As you can see, we took this landscaper from practically invisible on Google in a 2-mile radius to ranking #1 overall, which, as you can imagine, has resulted in an insane amount of leads for them. This is a $20,000 landscaping lead that we brought one of our landscapers from an SEO lead. And you can go from ranking 20th plus to ranking #1 overall in your entire city. This added around $30,000 a month to this landscaping client. So if you're interested in learning more about how I can grow your landscaping business, book a free 20-minute consultation with me at the first link in the description. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please like the video below. This helps me help other awesome local business owners like you. And if you have any questions about this process or SEO in general, leave them in the comment section below and I will be sure to get back to you.